Take two. Hello, I'm Robyn Hitchcock and I'm in Genville.
Do you have a magic ingredient?
A magic ingredient that you can put in to a little extent, which I wouldn't use in something like a curry, but I might use in food pie or in nut roast, is a little bit of Marmite, which is like Vegemite, but it's a yeast extract.
I know exactly.
And
That's brilliant.
that enhances the flavour a bit. So if you had Marmite and stock cubes, what you're making is basically something very savoury that makes people quite thirsty. There's always a thin line between what is beautiful and what is disgusting. That's just the way it is for us. People who eat pheasant, you know, they'll... I don't know if y'all have pheasant over here much. It's a game bird, but pheasant would be hung. A dead pheasant would be hung in a sort of pantry or something for maybe a week after it died, getting high. In this instance, getting high means, as I suppose it often does in human terms, slowly turning green. And just before this stuff is actually nauseating to eat, then the people will start plucking the feathers and cooking it. It's called high game. So, you know, it's that thing of find something that's almost horrific and then do it. I mean, most of my cooking is pretty safe. You know, I just know what I like. My absolute favourite thing is really just making roast potatoes and doing that with the nut roast, which is the ghost of when I used to eat chicken, lamb or something. But the nut roast is basically a mixture of ground up breadcrumbs and nuts, and you can add an egg and a few bits of carrot. Again, a bit like food pie. Yeah, because this is exactly, it's a meatloaf. So basically you have the meatloaf, but you have all the accoutrements of a roast dinner. So you can have sprouts, roast potatoes, which make the gravy, but not with meat stock. So you can basic roux, flour.
Are these nostalgic foods for you? The sort of Sunday roast?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, sort of reassuring. I mean, it's real comfort food. The potatoes, you parboil them for about 10 minutes until they're just soft. You know, you don't want them too flaky. Then you want them to be penetrable, so you just sort of stick a knife or a fork in and check that. I cut the potatoes in half, but I clean the skin because I don't peel them, because a lot of the goodness is, as you know, in the potato skin. So, put all these sort of chopped and then parboiled potatoes. Then you, meanwhile, have heated some... for some reason I'm having trouble saying the word olive oil. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm in Boston. But you heat in a little tray of cooking oil in the oven, so that when the potatoes are parboiled, you can tip them into the sort of slightly sizzling oil, and they begin to baste them around a bit, mix the oil over the top of them, the hot oil, and you just leave them on the top of the upper bit of it for about an hour. You get roast potato nice and crispy and a bit, a bit fattening and greasy. But if they're done in olive oil rather than butter, it's not so bad for you. And you just have that with God, what is it? Cranberry jelly. You know, it's a red currant or cranberry. So you've got the cranberry sauce, the gravy. You cook up. Do you have sprouts over here?
Brussels sprouts.
That's it, Brussels sprouts. Yeah. They make a little cross in the bottom. I don't know if it's some old religion, whether the Christians used to leave messages for each other on the underside of sprouts or not, but there's this little sort of nick that's in them. So it takes a bit of a while to... Each sprout you have to individually cut up and dice. So if you have it all there, it's just a lovely, warm, filling meal. And I mean, I'll sort of recommend that as a treat. I don't make it that often because you don't have the best things too often.
Right.
But I don't know. I think that's my favourite anyway.
What's your favorite thing in your kitchen?
I don't know. Maybe the cat.
Oh, that's
She's there a lot.